All right, Kent, here we go. Up the Ike Gauntlet.
Hi-oh Silver.
Hi-oh Silver. And yeah, I've got the stopwatch ready. We start it when we get past this merge sign. That is the official start. And start. There we go. We are started.
Truck with the trailer coming up behind us. Hopefully I can get some acceleration here. He's got a full lane for himself.
Now the good news is it's after Labor Day, which means that a lot of the people here are gone, so we should get a clean run. We should be able to go up this mountain without anybody getting in our way. And of course, the trick is to do it wide open throttle, and that's a clean run. And in the Chevy, we did have a clean run.
Yes, we did. It was done well, just like this one is. We got less traffic, less truck traffic.
This thing's really going well. This first part isn't that steep, so it's relatively not much of a test, but soon it will start to kick up toward the top of the mountain.
We need that momentum during the flat to get that speed up, try to hold that speed, get our torque band. And this 6.4 HEMI, that's what does different than the 5.7 HEMI, is it has about 1,000 RPM lower torque band. So you start underpowered earlier, which is what you want. So you try to gain that extra power. The only thing you don't have is that cool HEMI noise. Even though it's a HEMI, it's a different noise coming out of this 6.4.
Yeah, it's more of a work truck. I mean, light duty HEMI, the 5.7, right, is a little bit more raspy. It's got a little bit of that gurgle, that backfire. This one sounds a little bit more agrarian, which is okay. I mean, this is a work truck. People aren't buying this necessarily to go cruising in.
Right. Well, we're up to almost 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, don't worry. I see it kicking up very shortly. Now, we do keep we do keep the truck in drive mode. We do have it in tow haul mode, so it is going to do its own thing. We don't shift it. We don't touch it. We just let it do its own thing. And here's starting to kick up, and we are slowing down, my man. We are slowing down. Actually, while it's full throttle, let me get the sound. About 75 decibels. Yeah. That's not bad.
That's 5,000 RPM, so that's close to wide open throttle. Where'd that sneaky guy come from? He was nowhere in my mirrors.
Yeah, he just snuck up on us. People don't understand what towing is all about, man. If you're on a motorcycle and you do that, you're taking your own life.
Yeah, this has good spotter mirrors, so I can see around the corner.
But he just flew by us.
Yeah, I don't know which lane he was even changing from, but I didn't see him. That's like an organ donor there.
Oh my, we are slowing down.
Yeah, we're at 60.
We're at 60. And the truck is starting to feel the altitude. We go from about, I think it's about 9,000 to about 11,000. And what happens is the higher up you go, the less dense the air molecules, the less combustion, the less horsepower. So by the time you get to the top, you're down about 30%, which is a lot.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
That's how important turbos are.
I've got the Negroni right here. The sticker on this guy is 49,755. And it does have a lot of nice options. There's the 7-inch screen. I said it was an 8-inch screen. It's a 7-inch screen. That's okay. There's also a lot of really useful features like heated seats, which are really useful here in Colorado, and a heated steering wheel. The one thing that I'm missing, though, are running boards. It's a very tall truck.
Yes, it is. We've had to use that drop for the hitch just because of how tall it is. And it's if you're off-roading, it's an advantage there. And Ram has been known since about 1992 as the tall trucks.
Yeah. So this is about Raptor tall. It's very tall.
It's true.
Now we have slowed down almost
49 miles an hour.
Yeah, we're really going down. In the Silverado, we were averaging on the entire run 2.5 mpg. And keep in mind that time was at 10:38, so we're going to beat at 10:38. Okay. We are now averaging 2.7, so we're getting a little better fuel economy so far.
Yeah, and it's pulling me back. I can feel it that I have no acceleration. I'm starting to slow down. I don't have too much traffic. I'm going to try to stay in the middle lane. The outside lane is so rough.
Yeah, all truckers.
Yeah. The chains and everything, they beat the heck out of that one. Those poor guys, they have to bounce around in there. And that's, like this, they have air ride suspension, the majority of them do, in the cab, the truck, the seats. And this one has the coil spring suspension, which I like. I think it's the smoothest of the heavy duties. And you have an airbag option, which I'm all for airbags. I think that will help with a lot of different problems you have towing trailers and all the amount of squatting you have. Now, this one only squatted about an inch, so it's done pretty well with a 12,000-pound trailer. So you got, 12,000-pound trailer, that's 1,200-pound tongue weight plus 500. So there's 1,700 pounds on the back end of this pushing down. And it's done really well.
Really slowing down.
Just for safety purposes, I'm going to have to pull over because we're 5,000 RPM at 35 miles an hour.
It just downshifted, which is nice.
Yeah.
Get us a little more speed again.
Yeah, it did. And the longer it can wait to downshift and hold the torque band, the better we are, because it picked right back up to 5,500 RPM.
Current MPG 1.
Go 6.4 HEMI. But you know, speaking of fuel mileage, that MDS, the multi-displacement system,
I mean, the cylinder deactivation.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, cylinder deactivation.
Okay, I was.
Yeah, so this one has it, and the Chevy has it.
Exactly. Ford thinks the EcoBoost solves all those problems on the Eco. But anyway, this, if you didn't have a trailer on, you're driving across Kansas doing 65 miles an hour, and I've done that. I've gotten 17 to 19 miles per gallon. So running on 4 cylinders really can help you on a big truck like this with a 410 rear end, so you're ready to tow when you want to, and you're ready to take the family on a trip, and you can afford the gas.
Yeah, because look here, guys. Fuel economy, NA. That's because heavy-duty trucks aren't rated. So, yeah, we're getting a 3 right now. It'll downshift again. It'll go back to 1. The one nice thing about this truck is that display in the center. It gives you a lot of useful information. We just have it set on MPG right now because that's what we care about. But it gives you transmission temperature. It gives you oil temperature. It gives you water temperature. Just a lot of good numbers to know for peace of mind. Let's see what the time is. It said 3 minutes up to the tunnel. But at 30 miles an hour, I doubt we're going to do 3 minutes. We are at 6 minutes into this already. Very surprising. I'm kind of surprised how slow we're going, if I'm being honest.
That's true, yeah. And the
you got a floor, dude?
Yes, I am. I've got my toe cramp going on. That's what I do. Whenever I'm trying to do that, so I don't daydream and forget, I get through my toes are cramped, so I know I'm wide open throttle. Because it takes a lot of thigh muscle to hold this thing down hard.
For 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, this Ike Gauntlet is really beginning to bite.
It is. It's a very good test on trucks. I mean, it's got everything, altitude, grade, you know.
Rough roads.
Yeah, and this suspension is doing well. You know, it's a 5-link suspension, 2 arms on each side, attach the frame to the axle, and you got a tracking bar so it doesn't move left and right. And that's the thing too, because it's not a leaf spring Hotchkiss. You know, leaf springs, when they level out and they move, so they're arc to level, which means the back end can steer on a leaf spring. They don't steer on a system like this or an airbag system.
Kent, I got a feeling, dude, that this is going to be a slower time. I'm just, I'm guessing at that right now, but we are really going slow, and we're at 7 minutes and 15 seconds.
Yeah,
and Eddie just retweeted us.
Yeah, it's going to be close.
It's going to be close because we're probably another, what would you say? I'm looking up ahead, maybe a mile or 2 left to go.
Yeah,
at 30 miles an hour. Ooh, it's not going fast.
Yeah, we're pulling 12,000 plus 500 in the bed plus us, and that's at least 400. So
the other cool thing about these trucks is just how much stuff you get. You know, once upon a time, when you got a heavy-duty truck, it was pretty bare bones, right? It was a work truck.
Yes.
Now we're in a lap of luxury here. I feel extremely comfortable.
Yeah, and it's this doesn't.
Not fast.
Yeah, then we got time to enjoy the amenities. Well, this does have the power pedal, so you can adjust where your brake and your gas pedal are. I just wish it had telescoping wheel like the other 2 brands. So hopefully that'll come out next.
Yeah, you know, telescoping wheel.
I love it. I'm not, my arms are too long or my legs are too short. Something's going on.
Yeah, you got some funky body dimensions there.
Yeah, that's true.
No, but you're right. I mean, it seems like if the other competitors have it, that this truck should also have it. But this has a lot of things the other guys don't have, right? So in a way, it's really on the edges because for the most part, the new Ford, and the Silverado are very close in terms of MPG, in terms of power output, in terms of interior design.
Yeah.
These trucks, there's not a lot that separates them.
Well, that's very true.
And so it's good to be able to take them up something this steep and actually, put the pedal to the metal, where I'm going to do another cliche here, where the tire hits the road and actually find out how they perform in real world testing.
Well, that's true. And the trucks, I've been doing this for decades, and I've never seen all 3 brands this close.
Is that what you're called, wet whiskers?
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you pick that up somewhere 20 years ago?
Yeah, 40 years ago probably.
All right.
Long time ago, but anyway.
So you've always had whiskers?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I have. I've had a mustache since I was 16.
I'm not going to ask you why they've been wet, so I'm not going there.
Yeah.
All right. You were saying, sorry.
Well, no, I was just saying the things that are better on this. I like the visibility. I don't like the Ram dually for visibility, but for the 2500, I think it's as good as it gets. You can see everywhere you want, and the mirrors are a little further out. They actually arm goes out further than than Ford or GM, On this Ram, they may be not the biggest glass, but they are the biggest reach.
Maybe that's why it's slowing us down.
Maybe, yeah, drag. Well, but you know, when you're at a lot
Not that
of your
12,000 pounds behind us.
yeah, and this trailer's only 7'3" wide. A lot of your big campers, your RVs, are 8'5",
right.
8'6".
All right, Kent, we are at 9:55. That means we have 38 seconds. Yeah, 38 seconds to get to the top, and I don't think we're going to make it.
Let's fold the mirrors in, see if that does anything.
I mean, here it comes, 10:38 for the Silverado. I'm going to let you watch the countdown, and we've got, oh, good God, we've got maybe a quarter mile to go, so this isn't going to be close. I think the Silverado is going to be the winner.
Let's do the row.
All right, don't say we're not impartial. We're helping out. We're helping Ram out here.
See, the water will slosh forward a little.
10 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
We're not going to make it.
Oh my gosh.
We're not going to make it. We're not going to make it. And there, let's see. Now, there we have it, right there. Look at that. Of course, the clock stopped. So, as of September, the champion is the Silverado, at least in this gas heavy-duty class. We still have a ways to go. Right now, we're going to be about half a second slower, but gosh, the hard part is it doesn't get any easier. As we get closer to the Eisenhower Tunnel, that's where the real sting in the tail is. We are getting better fuel economy. We are at 2.8 versus 2.5.
Yeah, and actually, this is amazing just how steep we are here. We might be over 7% grade.
Yeah, I know. And we're coming up on a minute slower right now. Truck is doing its own thing. We're not shifting forward. It's at about 4,500 RPM, and got 10 seconds for it to be a minute slower.
And my leg cramps. My butt hurts.
Here come the
trying to push it through the floor.
Here come the stoplights, which signify the end, and there it is, 1 minute slower. And okay, here come the lights. Come on. Give me a little hand here.
Let's go. Row your boat.
Stop. There's the time. 11:50:34. 11:50:34. So I'm about a minute 15 slower.
Yeah.
We have a new champion.
Yeah.
And you owe me a sandwich.
Is that what that bet was?
Actually, you don't owe me a sandwich because the bet was that the times would be the same, and they weren't. This was significantly slower.
I guess I'll give up gambling. It just doesn't work out.
Yeah. Well, that was unexpected.
Yes, it was. I am surprised. I thought that when they shifted down to such low RPM and took so long to pick up, that was a big drag on its speed. But I can't explain it. Why this 6.4 Hemi, it was shifting right. It was staying in a high RPM band. I do not understand it. And,
yeah.
Right now we're going to the tunnel. We're coasting. We're not using any power, and it's just kind of floating. It's not like we got drag anywhere. Everything seems to be functioning right. I can't blame any outside sources that I can think of, but here we are.
Yeah, I mean, you would think with more torque, more horsepower, you'd end up with more speed, but we didn't.
Yes, it does. Logic doesn't seem to play, but you can't beat the mountain. The mountain speaks the truth.
Yep, this is real-world testing, guys, and that's how we do it, because we really want to find out what happens when you actually hook up a serious amount of weight to these trucks and put them to the test. It could have to do with the way the truck is breathing or not,
Yeah. Does this have that air that shoots high and low? What's that called?
I don't know. I don't know. The other thing is air temperature plays a significant role. We checked our tire pressures. They're all fine. I think we try to eliminate as many of the variables as possible, but the numbers speak for themselves. This truck was slower. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, and our air temperature varied from, say, 62 to 73. It wasn't much different than when we took the Chevy HD up here.
Okay, good.